Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, and I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle because, like I said before, and let me say it again, school is getting hectic. So, because school is getting hectic, I'm bringing you guys these Wi-Fi battles. So, yeah, Platinum is gonna have to hold off until school decides it wants to calm down. But once school calms down, then I will get back to Platinum. But I have a Wi-Fi battle here up against Nite Ace. Not really sure when I got this battle. As you can see, it's OU. Like I said before, I said it like a million times. I'm going to be using this team over and over and over again in these battles because, that's basically the only battles that I gotten so far. I didn't have a UU team or anything. Well, I did, but it didn't really work out too well. But let's go ahead and jump into this battle, though. This battle wasn't, well, actually, what am I trying to say? You saw a Flareon on their side of the field on their team, and that Flareon was annoying as fuck, let me tell you. But I'm gonna go ahead and lead off my Rotom, and they're gonna lead off with the Zapdos. I immediately go for the Volt Switch, just because, first of all, I know that Volt Switch can hit Zapdos because Lightning Rod Zapdos doesn't exist in Gen 6, I don't think. I think it actually turns into static if you bring it over. Not sure, but they go for it. I go into my Sylveon because I know my Sylveon can take some special hits, even though it is physically defensive. It can take special hits, and they go for a hidden power. Now, judging by the hidden power, judging by the fact that they went for hidden power, I was guessing it was either ice or grass. Now, my first guess was ice because I figured they probably predicted me to switch into maybe Garchomp or my Landorus, predicting them to go for like a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt or something. So I kind of guessed it was HP Ice, but yeah, but I go into my Sylveon, they go into their Flareon, I double switch out, go into my Rotom, they go into their Rotom as I just go for the safe Hydro Pump because, I really didn't know what to expect. Actually, no, I didn't. I think I actually went for the no. I think I just went for the Hydro Pump just to go for the safe Hydro Pump. But now I go back to my Sylveon. As I go for the Will-O-Wisp, I'm actually kind of glad I went to Sylveon and not Garchomp or my Landorus because I don't want either of them to burn because they are my physical attackers on the team. So going to Sylveon. Sylveon takes the burn. Doesn't really matter because I do have Heal Bell, so I can Heal Bell that burn off anytime I want, which I think I actually do that right now because I know they're not going to stay in with the Rotom because Rotom can't, since that Rotom went for the Willow, I'm guessing that Rotom was more defensive, and so defensive Rotom can't really do much to Sylveon, and it's probably a Resto Chesto set if it's defensive because most Rotoms are Resto Chesto. But I go for the Protect, the Scout, to see what this Flareon wants to do, and I see the Flare Blitz, so I'm thinking, okay, I see Flare Blitz, I'm going to go ahead and actually switch out and go into my Landorus because if I go into my Landorus, I can get the attack drop, and once I get the attack drop, I can take on this Flareon a lot easier because this Flareon, believe it or not, this Flareon was a problem. It was a big problem for me. Not that it's like a super big threat, but it's more of, it's just annoying as fuck to deal with. But they go for the Flare Blitz. It does like 25%-ish health or whatever, or damage to my Landorus, but they get the burn, and I was like, isn't there like 10% chance of getting a burn? So this burn kind of sucks because now my Landorus is crippled because his attack stat is cut in half. But I go for the Stealth Rocks here because even though they have Scizor who can defog, or who could possibly carry the defog, I'm not sure if it actually does or not. I know defog Scizor is actually becoming standard right now, but they do have this Flareon here, and they have Zapdos, so if they want to keep on trying to switch out and switch in and all that stuff, they will be taking major Stealth Rock damage until they decide to bring in a Scizor and defog the rocks away. But right here, I'm going to go ahead and switch out, and I go into my Sylveon because what I'm thinking is they're going to go for the Sleep Talk because they have the rest. And since they're going to go for the Sleep Talk, I'm banking on them to get the double rest. So then, my Sylveon can come in safely. But unfortunately, they actually pulled the Flare Blitz. So my Sylveon is going to be taking massive damage. If it wasn't for the fact that Sylveon was invested in defense, and if this Flareon wasn't at -1 attack, that Flare Blitz probably would have killed because Flareon does have Guts, and I think Guts is affected by sleep as well, or so. Yeah, that Flareon does a lot of damage. But they go into their Lando now as I go for the Wish because I want my Sylveon at a healthy amount of HP because I really, truly hate to admit it, but Sylveon is basically a huge crutch on for my team. Like, it's a huge crutch. Now, I try not to make Sylveon a crutch, but it just becomes that. It comes that way. I don't know why. Like, I rely on Sylveon a lot in my battles because Sylveon is basically, you know, the cleric. You know, it has Heal Bell, can keep the team keep the team status free, can also keep the team healed up with Wish. So it's just so much. It provides so much support and has so much bulk. And like, I don't really see people using Sylveon as much, and Sylveon is just really good. But they go for the Stealth Rocks. I personally do not care at all. I legitimately do not care at all. Because all I have is my Charizard, and my Charizard carries Roost, so it doesn't even matter. But I go ahead and get my HP back up with the Wish, and they bring in the Sizzler. I thought they was actually going to go for the Defog right here, which is why I stayed in with my Sylveon, because I just thought, you know, hey, they're going to go for the Defog, so might as well just get another Wish up, right? So that's basically what I do, and they actually go for the U-turn, which actually pays off for me because now they brought back in the Flareon, which now gets that Stealth Rock damage, and because it gets that Stealth Rock damage, I go for the Wish, and now I can switch out, go into my Landorus, get my Landorus's HP back up, and since they're still asleep, if they're gonna go for the Sleep Talk again, and if they pull the rest, then my Landorus is basically switching in for free, which, I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter, I guess. I mean, it does matter because technically I think this thing is at +1 because of Guts, but they go for the Sleep Talk and they pull the rest, and I'm like, yes! So now my Landorus is back up to full HP. Actually, not really, because the burn does take his HP down a little bit, but outside of that, my Landorus is looking pretty good. He is burned, unfortunately, but as you're going to actually see in this upcoming turn, this burn does not matter at all because Landorus Therian form does not need any attack investments to do damage. Look at that. It killed off that Flareon. Now, I'm not sure what that Flareon was invested in. I think they told me max HP, max attack, so it makes sense that it killed, kind of, because if they don't have any investments in defense and physical defense, Flareon only has base 60 defense. So, I mean, super effective Earthquake, especially after Stealth Rock damage. I mean, kind of makes sense a little bit, you know. But they bring in the Keldeo. I'm thinking, okay, Hydro Pump coming my way. Best thing to take that is, outside of my Venusaur, is my Rotom, because I don't want to bring in my Venusaur unless the sun is up or unless I actually truly need to bring in my Venusaur. But I go into my Rotom, and they go into their Rotom, and I honestly predicted them to go into their Landorus, predicting me to go, predicting me to go for the Volt Switch. So I go for the Hydro Pump instead, and made a bad play, kind of unfortunate, but it's actually not even that big of a deal because I can just bring in my Sylveon and basically wall this Rotom. And right here they actually revealed that they do have the rest. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, Resto Chesto. So it's Hydro Pump, Volt, Willow, Rest. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we know what we know what the Rotom is now. So they burned off the Chesto Berry. Doesn't necessarily matter because they know that this Rotom cannot do anything to my Sylveon. So they're gonna go ahead and go for the Volt Switch just to get damage on my Sylveon. I'm not sure what I go for here. I think I go for a, what do I go for? They switch it to a Zapdos. I think what do I go for? Do I go for the Wish, or do I go for the Protect? No, I don't go for Protect. If I went for a Protect, then yeah, whatever. But no, I go for the Heal Bell. Okay, I go for the Heal Bell so I can heal off the damage on my, or not the damage, the status on my Landorus. And then I'm speeding up this part because basically it's stall. I keep on, they go for the Thunderbolt, I go for the Wish, get my HP back up, and then they're gonna go for the Roost, and I keep on going for Hyper Voice and Wish and combination and all that stuff. But now I'm gonna switch out and I go into my Garchomp because I'm predicting another Thunderbolt, and since you know Garchomp is unaffected, Garchomp comes in for free. And it's like, yeah, boom, there you go, call it the Thunderbolt. So now I go for the Swords Dance because if the hidden power they have is hidden power Ice, it's not going to kill because I have the Yachi Berry. So they go for a hidden power, but my Yachi Berry doesn't activate. So then I'm like, what hidden power is that? Like, what? and then they tell me it's hidden power grass. So then I'm like, okay, that makes sense too, because Zapdos usually carry that for Swamperts and Quagsires and Gastrodon stuff because they can't touch them. So, you know, they have the hidden power grass. Unfortunately, you know, it's not ice. So now, because they're going to go for the icy one with the Keldeo, now my Yache Berry activates. So now my Garchomp can take this and can actually fire back with a Dragon Claw, I think. No, Earthquake. Never mind. Doesn't it didn't really matter what move I went for, but yeah, go for the Earthquake and kill off the Keldeo. So Garchomp has claimed 2 Pokemon. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. But in comes the Scizor, and I'm just like, okay, here comes a Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch is going to definitely kill. And if it didn't kill, then a Fire Fang would have definitely been coming Scizor's way, and it would have killed it easily. Luckily for me, you know, I mean, I got rough skin damage on that Scizor, so it's not bad at all, not bad at all. But I go into my Charizard now, and I don't know. I still don't know what item this Scizor had on it. I think it had a Choice Band. I'm not sure. Like I'm honestly not sure. I don't know, because this Bullet Punch is actually going to do quite a bit of damage to my Charizard. I don't think I saw the Scizor ever switch up moves either. So because I knew they was gonna go for the Bullet Punch, I just wanted to go for the Roost just to get my Charizard's HP back up to a reasonable amount. But it doesn't really matter because they're gonna go for another Bullet Punch anyway. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, fuck it. You know, I'm into yellow, whatever. Flamethrower, let's do it. So I go for the Flamethrower and take out the Scizor. And I think all they have left at this point is their Rotom. And my Charizard carries Solar Beam. Oh no, they have Landorus. Yeah, this Landorus is not gonna be able to take a stab. Sun boosted Fire Blast from my Mega Charizard Y. So that's basically a dead Landorus. So all they have left now is Rotom and oh, excuse me. And this Rotom is actually going to be able to take this Solar Beam. Maybe this Rotom is what, specially defensive? I'm thinking most likely. Yeah, I think specially defensive is like the normal set. So I go for the Solar Beam. Doesn't quite kill. They go for the Volt Switch. I don't care. Charizard can go ahead and die because I can just bring in Venusaur. My Venusaur does carry the Chlorophyll. It will outspeed the Rotom, and I can go ahead and Giga Drain for the win. So I'm kind of just spoiled the end right there, but it just seemed a little obvious just from, you know, what you saw on my team. And yeah, so good game, Night Ace. Good game. Hope you enjoyed this battle. I enjoyed this battle. Yeah, you know, I hope you enjoyed too. And if you guys enjoyed watching this battle, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not sure when Pokemon Perfect Platinum will be back, but I will try to get that out for you guys when I can, once school stops being so hectic. But yeah, I will check you guys out later. And thank you for 22,000 subscribers. Now I'm out. Peace.